Hello again, Jeff Wizardry, jeffwizardry.com. Just shooting a tutorial video. In this video, I'm going to complete the process we started. So if you haven't looked at my earlier videos on how to purchase and register a domain name, how to set it up in your hosting account, point your name servers in the right direction, set up a hosting account in your cPanel, in your host back office. You might want to review all those videos, otherwise it's going to be pretty much Greek to you. What we're going to concentrate on this video is basically generating and creating a opt-in form code, HTML code, that'll allow people to put their opt-in information so you can build your list, and then put that into and create a splash page within WordPress. A splash page or squeeze page, meaning your advertising page that you're going to put all your wonderful dialogue on, and then get the people to opt into your offer, your service, your product, to build your list so you can monetize that later. So anyways, I'll show you briefly. This is GVO. In my front office in GVO. I'll show you briefly how to, if you don't know how to do it, I'd encourage anybody watching to sign up and use GVO if you're not already, because it puts all your tools in one toolkit and saves you money in the long run. Here, if you are using GVO, you'll want to go in your eResponder Pro. This is where you set up all your campaigns that you're going to use with your splash and your squeeze pages. You can see I've got various campaigns here. I've already set a campaign up, and GVO has tutorials on how to do that. They're pretty effective on that, so I won't waste a lot of time. But right up here you can see that I set up a page called Send Out Card Recruiter right here. And you want to make sure, if you're in GVO, that whatever campaign that you're specifically targeting, you have in this drop-down box. You want to go over to Forms, on the Forms tab, and I've already set this up, so I'm just going to go in the Edit function, and I'll run through it briefly with you so you know where I'm coming from. You can call this any form name you want. It always assigns some gibberish. I don't know where it gets all that stuff. I don't really care. It just works. Your thank you page, you can set the voice to when it says you have a confirmation. Once they opt in, they got to go click on it in the confirmation email, so you can set it different languages, either male or female. It really doesn't matter. If you want to use a thank you already subscribed page, or you have ad tracking, otherwise I leave that blank. Down here, this double opt-in, I'm split on whether to use this or not. If you do a double opt-in, it's just an extra step the person's going to have to go through to make sure that they're more serious. If you do click that box, you're going to get fewer subscribers, but the subscribers that you get that opt in your splash page are probably more serious about it. So if you want to just build up as big a list as possible, you probably want to leave that unchecked. I usually check it. So if you, that being said, down here, your main fields, which you're going to see when you create your HTML code on your splash page, you can put as many fields as you want. I usually just leave it short and sweet, first name of the person and the email. You can put a last name if you want. Some people hesitate to put too much information. If you want to just capture their basic information, I suggest first name and their email. And then, since I've already saved this, it'll either say, create or save form. I'm just going through the edit function, but I wanted to show you how to create a form. Once you create it, it shows your form ID over here. You can go back in and edit it. What I wanted to talk to you, which is really important, is this. It's your HTML code. So once you set up your form, that's going to show your opt-in box information for people to put their information into on your squeeze page. You want to click on HTML on your form. Make sure that you're in your proper campaign. And you just bring this HTML code up, you select all, and then you right-click and copy it. Now you've got it copied. So I'm going to continue this video, and I just wanted to show you where I'm getting this HTML form. We're going to apply that later in this video when we're creating our squeeze or splash page in WordPress. Again, if you haven't watched my earlier videos, you're going to make sure you want to watch them. Otherwise, you're going to be basically in the middle of a desert with no map. So go ahead, and I'm going to start the next tutorial shortly. All right, I'm back here, and again, I'm assuming that you're up to speed on all the earlier steps in creating a URL through this step, which we are now. As you see, I'm in my back office, my hosting account, and I created an account, which is covered in an earlier tutorial. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this URL, sendwithjeff.com, and we're going to create a WordPress splash page or squeeze page. Now, also, I loaded WordPress into my URL through a program called Fantastico, which I covered in another tutorial. So right now we're gonna, and I'll show you here, once this is done, I'll show you a finished product. This is what a squeeze or a splash page should look like. You should have just a main heading, subheadings, a quick call to action, and then your name and email and a submit button, or click here to get your free report, however you want to word it. That's it. So that's what a final product looks like. But we're going to now click on sendwithjeff.com, and when you just start a WordPress page from scratch, it's going to have this default template in it. It's not going to look like much. What you want to do, first step, is you want to log into your account. Now, you remember the username that I had for this is send with, and then I think it stored my password. Hopefully it did. So whatever your username and password is for this URL, WordPress, you want to put that in. Now, you go into your back office, and you see up here is your dashboard. You're going to want to go down to settings, because we're going to have to change some settings here to set this whole thing up. You go into settings. First thing you're going to want to do is go to reading under general, and then you're going to want to click on static page, and then under front page you want to select about. Okay? Then you want to save your changes. Don't do anything else there. Next thing we want to do is we want to go under settings, permalinks. And now where you see custom structure here, you're going to want to type this in, /, and now I already had it saved because I've done this before, but you're going to want to manually type in /, %, followed by post name, %, /. Okay? And then you want to save changes. Alrighty. And then you want to go to, let's see here, what we want to do from here is we'll go to the media. Sorry about that. Had a little bit of a brain fart there. And you want to, under media, uncheck the last box and save your changes. Alright. And then that's about it for the settings, so we can get rid of that. Now what we'll want to do is you can do a number of different things. You want to set up an overall theme. It has the default theme, but with splash pages, there are people out there that sell zip files for your to upload into your back office of your WordPress. When you're creating your splash page, that'll create a nice splash page theme. And so I basically got a theme from a business partner of mine, and if you need more information on that, we can get that to you. But there's many of them there. You can pay between, I suppose, $20 and $50, and you can buy a theme to have that will be sent to you, so you can upload it. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to install the themes. I'm going to go back to my dashboard here. And then basically from here, now I was going to tell you that if you don't know what a dashboard is, you probably want to go and check that out in some other tutorial video that I know I think I shot one a while back that kind of talks about navigating around the dashboard and whatnot. But this is going to apply whether you have a WordPress blog or if you're creating a splash page. You see on the dashboard here, we want to change the theme, so we'll click on that button. You see we got our current default theme. We want to go to Install Themes, okay? And we want to upload a theme. So we'll hit the Upload button, and we'll browse. And again, if you do buy a theme from a developer, it'll come in a zip file generally, and then you'll want to locate the file wherever you have it downloaded to. Right here, this is called WordPress Mini Sites version 1.5, so I'll double click on that. And then I'll just hit Install Now. And then it installed successfully. It shows you here. We want to activate it. And voila, the default is knocked aside, and we've got our current theme, which is WordPress Mini Sites. So, by Dave Hamilton. You can get more information. He makes some pretty cool themes, and they're not very expensive. So, now we've done the meat and potatoes of the whole thing. Now, I'm just going to show you what you'll want to do is a splash or a squeeze is a page. So we want to, don't get this confused, if you're on, if you have a WordPress blog and you're in your back office, we're so used to writing posts, which are articles, and then, you know, we go in and edit and make any changes, put HTML code for videos. These are pages, they're not posts. So you want to go to Pages, and it sets up a default one, so you just hit Edit. And then you can go and you can call it, I'm going to call this my send out card splash. I cannot spell for the life of me here. Send out card splash. And you see you have your visual and your HTML tab, just like you do if you're doing a post in your regular blog. If you'll see here, this is called your kitchen sink. A lot of times by default, it doesn't show all your editing icons, so you want to hit that and show all your icons here. And so basically what you're going to start doing is, obviously you'll have an idea that you've sketched out on maybe Notepad, what you're going to make your main heading, your subheadings to attract people to your splash page. I'm just going to do something really dumb and just as an example. I'm going to type here, send your love to a lot of loved ones. And again, this is just brainstorming gobbledygook. I'm going to make that my main heading. So what you want to do is you can highlight it. Generally you'll center everything, but that's up to you. And then you want to go to your paragraph and put it as heading 1. Okay? And then tab down maybe 1 or 2 spots. Again, you know, you're going to set this up the way your preferences dictate. Everybody does splash pages a little differently, but you want a main heading, a brief. Keep it brief and to the point, and keep it, you know, attracted in a sense that make your headings, you know, concise but really stand out. Because you want people to, you want to arouse people's curiosity to say, well, what is this guy offering or selling, so they opt into your splash page. I'll just put send to millions of people with a click of a button. Okay? So again, just ad-libbing. This isn't what I'm going to do. I'm just using this for example purposes. And so the paragraph there, you can put that as heading 2. And then down here, maybe you might want to put just a quick blurb. The perfect system. Boom. Okay. Now, again, I usually do center justify, and then you can go down and you can make this heading 3 if you want. All right. And then, for instance, put on click on the, whoops, I'm sorry, let's not do that. Let's go fill in your info below to get your free, free's always a good word, report. Yeah, I can spell again, P-O-R-T, geez Louise. We'll get her done. It's not that I can't spell, I can't type and look at the keyboard. I have to look at the keyboard at the same time. So, center justify that now. you realize we've got at any time, if you want to, a lot of times you'll sketch this out on a notepad. Sometimes I'll do, when I'm just doing a splash page, I'll just sketch it out on here. At any time, if you want to save it, you just hit your update. And then you can hit this to view your page to see what it's looking like so far, how it's coming along. Hey, look at that. Our splash page is beginning to take shape. Okay, so back tab out of this, get back into the main field. Now, if you remember, I told you how important it was in the first part of this video to get your HTML code when you set up your opt-in form through your autoresponder. In this case, it's GVO. You clicked on that, remember, and then we went ahead and selected all and we copied it. Well, let's do that and let's bring that over. So if you go and you hit your HTML and you cut and paste it in here, now you go back to the Visual tab, you should see your opt-in box. Isn't that cool? So then we can update again and let's view the page. Voila, we got our first splash page or squeeze page. Again, I just, I ad-libbed and just put gobbledygook down. I'm going to redo this completely because it is part of a website I'm developing. But there you have it. So hopefully this tutorial gave you some good information, add value to what you're doing in your advertising. If you have any questions, visit me at jeffwisry.com, my blog. I've got all my information there, including my phone numbers. I'd be happy to answer any questions anybody has. With that, I want to wish everybody the best of success, and I will see you in another video.